What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we got the first playoff game of IPL season 2022. The Rajasthan Royals, well, they get done by the Gujarat Titans in the first qualifier. Of course, the winner of this game went straight through to the IPL final. So, hey, the Titans, they're through to their very first final in their very first season under the lead of a new captain, a new head coach. Like, everything about this franchise is going successful at the moment. They've been by far the best team all season, let's be honest. And hey, they thoroughly deserve to be the first team into the final. It's going to be hard to beat them in a final. I don't think it matters who they play. The only team that I can actually see beating them in a final is RCB. To be honest, I don't think LSG would have enough hitting power. But then again, I mean, you know, De Kock, Huda, Rahul, obviously. I mean, that's a pretty good. I mean, all it takes is one person to fire right, and you get 100 on the board. But hey, let's focus on this game for now. A great win from the Titans. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like cricket, subscribe. You like IPL, subscribe. We're going to get straight into it here. No messing around, I tell you what. This game was worth staying up till 4 a.m. for. Look, sometimes, you know, when the game goes to the very last over, it can be annoying sometimes just because you know what team's going to win. They might need like 6 off the last over, and it's like, just get it done with so I can go to bed. But hey, this match was right until the last over. They needed 16 off the last 6. David Miller, player of the match, who was on strike, said, no. Go fetch. So he hit 3 sixes off the first 3 balls, and that was all she wrote. Prasid Krishna could not land a ball right to save his life. But hey, we're going to get into that in a moment. As we spoke about, that man, David Killa Miller, player of the match, destructive at his very, very best, the South African. I mean, what is there to say? He's been the best run chase downer this season. He's been at least a top 7 batsman this season. He's had a great year. I mean, a great comeback year, right? I mean, he would be in the IPL team of the year easily. A great season, and this just shows that he's still got it. You know, he's still got it, David Miller. That, you know, I thought since he left Punjab, career's done, but no, it's not. I wish he would come back to Punjab though, because we could probably use someone like him who can, make runs. All right, Rajasthan Royals, they were into bat first. You know, a pretty good deck for batting. I think, yeah, a very good deck for batting. I thought, looking at the deck before the Royals batted, I thought anything 175, 180 was probably par, or at least a good score. 188, I mean, you're pretty happy with that score. I think that's a solid effort on that sort of deck. Look, I think that they were probably lucky to get to 188 at one point because, as you can see here, their tail end just completely failed on them. Luckily, they got a knock out of those 3 in the middle there. But all right, let's get into their batting order. Yashasvi Jaiswal, now he's back to opening. 3 off 8, just did not look comfortable for one delivery out there, unfortunately. Seemed to have trouble just with the occasion, the moment, the sort of pace that, you know, Yash Dayal was getting. Muhammad Shah, like, it was just it seemed like too big of an occasion for him or something. But yeah, a little bit disappointing. But, you know, they've been confused with who's going to open the batting with Butler all season. At times it's been Padikkal, Jaiswal, Ashwin's batted at number 3. You know, they've been changing that top order so often all season that I had no idea what they were going to go in with. They put Jaiswal back to open when he's been, you know, sitting on the bench. I don't know if it was the right move. I guess you can say no because he went out for 3. But, you know, I think that's still probably the right move. But then again, I would have liked to see Dev Dutt back in opening. But then again, he hasn't had a great season when opening. So, a little bit of confusion for Rajasthan at the moment. A little bit of unsettlement. But I tell you what's not what unsettled. Jose Butler, the orange cap. I mean, just what a season he has had. He's cooled off a little bit in his last few games. just cooled off a little bit, getting ready for a big finals campaign. And I tell you what, he did not look good for the first 30, 35 deliveries that he faced. But after that, he just went absolutely bananas and sent everything over the rope. A couple lucky edges here and there that tricked away for 4, and then it kind of got his momentum going. Samson was in there, Padicle, building good partnerships, and he just seemed to flourish with someone, with not him carrying all the load for the entire game. Samson, 47 off 26. He came to the crease with intent straight away. 5 fours, 3 sixes. He's back at batting at number 3 because, all season he's been moving himself around. He's been at 5 at times, up at 4. He goes, when the big occasion is here, he goes straight up to number 3, does the captain, which is absolutely the right position for him. If he could have stayed out there if Samson stays out there and goes, instead of 47, he scores 60, another, 13 runs, they probably go on and win this game, you could say, is here. So it's just the fine margins of little things. Hey, devved up Padicle, 28 off 20. He looked good as well. 2 fours, 2 sixes. Shimron Hetmeyer just couldn't get it. The tail end just couldn't get firing at all. 4 off 7 for Hetmeyer. Parag run out for 4. Ashwin not out for 2. And Trent Bolt not out. Didn't face a ball. Very inspirational there from Trent. All right, into the Gujarat Titan bowlers. I thought they bowled decent enough. It was a very good track for batting, let's be honest. Mohammad Shami, 1 for 43 off 4. Yash Dayal, 1 for 46 off 4. So as you can see there, the 2 frontline seam attack bowlers both getting put for plenty of runs. Alzari Joseph, he only bowled 2 overs and got put for 27 runs. Yeah. Look, I any West Indian cricketer I love, and I love Alzari Joseph, but you just got to get someone else in there. Sometimes watching someone like it makes me think of the West Indian all-rounders that didn't have a great season this year. Odin Smith, he bowled atrociously this year when he played very little games. Alzari Joseph has bowled average. There was one more that I had in my brain. Oh my God, I forgot. No, I forgot. It's gone. Never forget it. I was going to talk about another West Indian, but I've completely forgot. Let's move on. I'll edit that out. That was bad. Hey, Rashid Khan, none for 15 off 4. That's a game-changing spell. 15 runs off 4 overs in an IPL qualifying game is I'm speechless, as you can see. That's as good as it gets, really. Of course, you want a pole or 2 in there, but you take none for 15 or 4 every day of the week, especially when you're a goddamn spinner on that sort of deck as well. It's not like it was a spinning paradise of any sort. So, hey, he stepped up when it mattered, and these are the games that matter the most. It's a playoff game. Season is on the line. Like, you either step up or you step down and go home and go, suck on your thumb in the closet, in the toilet, whatever. This is where you stand up and become either a hero or you show what you're made of in big occasions like this. And this is where Rashid Khan stood out once again. This is when people get the most credit points in my book. This is where I give people the most credit. If you stand up in playoffs, yeah, you upgrade yourself. Hardik Pandya, the skipper as well, bowled 2 overs, 1 for 14 off 2. Oh, and the man Ravi Sai Kishore, 1 for 43 off 4. I actually thought he started really well. Some late runs from devved up Padicle, but hey, I actually thought he bowled okay. So well done to him, because they were going to try and target him from ball 1. He did really well for his first 2.5 overs, but a total of 188 set. Chaseable, obviously chaseable because they did, but I would have thought this was probably just above par, or at least just around par for this sort of deck. So it was always going to be back on the Titans. Rajasthan had to bowl well, but all of the pressure straight onto the Titans. You won the toss, now you're chasing. All of the pressure is on you. You've been the team of the tournament so far. All of the eyes go to the Titans, and players stepped up in big occasions. Unfortunately, Riddiman Saha was not one of them, none of two, but, I mean, he stepped up in big occasions throughout his career, so that's completely fine. I mean, he's about 45 now. It's time to go play some golf, maybe, but we love Saha over here, so we won't disrespect him. Hey, Shupman Gill, 35 off 21. I mean, he was just going beautifully. 5 fours under his belt of 6, and then him and Matthew Wade just, I don't know, confusion. I don't know how players get run out sometimes, you know, and that might sound stupid, but do you not communicate with your partner, or do you not look at your partner when you're running for a single? If it's such a tight 2 to run, when did Gill go out? What over was it? 7.4. I mean, that's like not even the middle of the game yet, and you're already trying to run for a quick 2 that, in my opinion, wasn't really there. I mean, Matthew Wade was half jogging up the pitch. Shupman Gill is sprinting up the other end like he's Usain Bolt. And Wade's just got one hand in the pocket, just strolling up the other end. like the Australian that he would, expecting, there's no 2 runs here, baby. And then Gill says, I'm up the other end. I'm just going to start running the other way again. And he ran himself out. I mean, there was no run there. Look, maybe there should have been more communication either from Wade or Gill, but, you know, Wade, and both of them were in the wrong. Gill just turned around, got to the other end, and then just started running the other way. He didn't even look to see what Wade was doing or where Matty Wade was. And if he would have seen, Matt Wade was halfway up the goddamn pitch, still jogging. So there was no run there, Shupman. If anything, it's Gill's fault. But look, it's a run out. Both are in there. Lucky they got the win there for Matty Wade, because if they did not get the win, I don't think we would have seen Matty Wade play another game. I don't think Shupman Gill would have allowed that. But hey, speaking of that man, Matty Wade, 35 off 30, 6 fours. I mean, it's been Matty Wade all season. He gets to this, 35 off 30 with 6 fours, and you think, he's got himself a big platform here. There's every chance he goes on and scores 71 off 50 deliveries from the next, 20-odd balls. But, hey, he loses another big platform here. I mean, he keeps building these platforms and then goes out, and you just think, Wadey, why are you trying to send the ball to Jupiter? Just keep knocking the ball around. You're not in there to be, their Hardik Pandya or their David Miller. You're in there to rotate the strike and do exactly what you've been doing. 35 or 30, 6 fours. That's all they ask from you, to be honest. So, well, I mean, maybe they don't ask that of him because he seems to try and hit everything to the boundary. But, hey, I don't know what the message is there. Hardik Pandya, though, stepped up when it mattered, finished it off as well with David Miller. The skipper himself, Hardik Pandya, 40 off 27, 5 fours. Just had to keep himself out there with David Miller. Did it beautifully. David Miller kept trying to get off strike and get Pandya on strike at one point towards the end of the game. Thank goodness that he didn't, because Miller obviously finished it off in the last over. But just what a crucial partnership. And this is the difference in winning a playoff game and not. You see the Titans' middle order. What's that? 108 runs combined from these two off about 60 balls. 4 plus 2. What's that? That's 10 runs combined. So, I mean, I guess we can add Padikkal into that as well. So, 30-odd, 35-odd. But it's just not good enough. And it's not going to get the job done. So, more consistent performances from the Gujarat Titan batsmen. That partnership from Pandya and Miller was just beautiful to finish it off. Some of the cleanest hitting we've seen from Miller in his career. I don't know. But it's been some of the nicest hitting we've seen in a while from him, that's for sure. Hey, the Rajasthan bowlers, yeah, there's a problem or two here. Trent Bolt, 1 for 38 off 4. Prasid Krishna, yeah. It's just not the over he would have wanted to bowl at all. And, we don't pick favourites over here. We do like Prasid Krishna, but that was one of the worst closing overs I could have ever seen. Those first 3 deliveries, the first delivery of the game, this is when I knew the game was over, when it went for 6. The first ball, they showed the field, and all of the entire offside was packed with fielders on the rope, was completely logged up. And then they had like one man deep on the leg side, and that was about it, right? So where does he bowl it? You'd be thinking he bowls it either a slower ball outside off stump, so it'll be a single, a dot ball, maybe 2 runs at very most. Or if you bowl a full pace delivery wide, then again, you might lose 1. There might even be a 4, but you can put up with that if that happens. What did he do? He bowled a half tracker straight under David Miller's feet. He explained to him with the field exactly. There was only one place where Krishna was going to bowl that first ball. It was in that exact position. He bowled an absolute pie, and David Miller just walked over the crease, sent it for 6, and the game was going to be over after that. 12 off 5 was needed. The next ball went for 6. And Krishna just completely went away from his plans after that first ball. That was the right idea. Krishna had the right idea. They had the right field set. Everything was perfect. Look, their first ball went for 6. That's disappointing, but they still needed 12 off 5. You know, that's not just an easy win. So the next ball, what does he do? You'd think that he at least sticks to the same plan, or at least just tinkers with it a little bit. Maybe put another man out on the rope. Maybe bring a man in close to stop a quick single or a 2 on the leg side. Maybe. But what does he do? He says to Sanju, or I don't know who directed the field, but I'm going to say it was Sanju and Krishna. They said, you know what? Blow the field up. I mean, just get everyone into different positions. I don't know what sort of field they were running in that second and third ball. They completely went away from the plan, and that was game over. David Miller had Krishna done right then and there. And you have to give credit. The experience beats out the young quick. So, hey, it just proves class comes up big in these matches. Ravi Ashwin, none for 40 or 4. Yeah, he's not having a great season with the ball. He's a better batsman this season than he has been with the ball, which is weird to say. Yuzi Chahal, no wickets. None for 32 off 4. It gives the man Hasaranga tonight against Lucknow to maybe go in front of the purple cap. So, hey, big things coming between Yuzi and Wanindu. But the last bowler himself, Obed McCoy, 1 for 40 off 4. Bowled the 19th over of the game as well. So he actually bowled okay at one point. I mean, he bowled about 10 wides in 1 over. But, you know, he closed out the over well. It was 16 off 6. It was all up to Krishna. And as we spoke about, did not bowl great. So, hey, that's going to cap it off. The Titans will go straight through to the IPL final. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. You know, it's a new captain, a new franchise, a new head coach. I mean, with all due respect, when I saw this franchise at the start of the season, I thought, I mean, they could maybe make the playoffs, but I don't see a team led by Hardik Pandya, you know, kind of being the best team in the competition. Well, boy, have I think most of us been proven wrong. Just outstanding stuff, really. As you can see here, the orange cap, I mean, it's over. The purple cap as well, obviously comes down to tonight with the man Hasaranga. But hey, the next match tonight, I mean, this is huge. It's win or go home and be a loser and sit somewhere on the beach in Barbados, because guess what? LSG versus RCB tonight. I mean, this is as big as it gets. This is as big as it gets. The winner will play the Rajasthan Royals for a place to then play the Titans in the final. So, hey, it's all to play for. The IPL is heating up. This is where it gets at its best. Hey, if you guys enjoy, if you like the IPL, not let me know, because I know you do. Hey, just subscribe if you're new. I'm done. We're going to wrap it up there. Great win from the Gujarat Titans. A great win. Hey, let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll see everyone in the next one.